These circles are a perfect fourth apart. This one would be the root, and then this one is the perfect fourth apart. Yeah. This is going to be the opening of Jet's tutorial for Manim. Hey Jet, this is Manim. Let's go to the computer. There's not going to be a lot of me in this. Calms me down. All right. Hello. Grab your D20 and a pocket protector because we're going on a nerd journey through Manim, the math animation engine. This is Manim. This is the logo here. Once you download it, you have to like do it through terminal and all this nerd stuff, and you even control it through terminal. So let me pull up terminal so you can just see this process. I need to go to the folder, the directory that has all the Manim stuff in it. And so for me, I'm gonna CD, change trajectory to what I happen to call the folder project. Boom, so now I'm in project. For me to know what I'm doing, I'm going to need to open up Sublime. This is a fancy text editor. Let me show you where we're at so that this next thing makes sense, and I'll show you through Finder. Recents is dumb. I have my name here, and I am going to jump to the project here, and this is the folder. So terminal is basically acting like me being here in the folder. And what I want to do is, while I'm here, I want to talk to the program Manim, and I want it to go to this file, animations dot py. It has the Python language, and then inside of this, there's a whole bunch of things. A lot of code is ran. I'm going to use this scene. So you can see scene written here, and it's also a class. And it's Harry Potter. I'm sorry for all of the terminology. We're going to give it a little tag to show us this thing when it's finished. That's what the P means, is preview. And then we're going to make the quality low, QL. And so I'm going to hit enter here, and it's going to tell, hey, Manim, go to the animation file. In there's a thing called Harry Potter. Animate it for me. And then it comes back, that P tag that we did makes it a preview. And so it opened QuickTime, it made it, and then it made this thing. And then it disappears. So here's what's going on. I make this Harry Potter thing. Let me just zoom in because this will be important. I make this Harry Potter thing, and then this construction, and this is what's going on. I have the cloak. It's a triangle, and it's got these other things to it. I make the stone. It's a circle. It's got these other things to it. The wand is a line, and it's got these other things to it. And then I combine them into this thing I'm calling D hollow. Yeah, that's this group here. And then this play part, all these like self.play. Self is referencing this whole thing. See self over here in the construct. So self.play, it basically means animate. Do this animation. And then show creation is something it was already established, so show creation. This is what makes the circle draw itself, the stone draw itself, the wand draw itself, and then the cloak draw itself. Let's just see it again so that at least those lines make sense. Okay. So we're going to have the circle draw itself, the wand, and then the cloak. Whoop, shoop. cool. And that's what we see. And then I have another animation here that is to happen, and that is, hey, self, play D-hollow and animate it. So I have it scale to 0, and it takes some time, and I have the set stroke, I have it get more opaque, or less opaque, I get it more transparent. And then at the end I have it fade out, and I have it wait a second. And so that's what's going on over here. And so now that it's drawn itself, it showed creation, it's going to now scale it away and fade it out a little bit over time. Then it disappears, and then it waits for a second. Okay, that's the Deathly Hallows animation. Let me show you my goal. Okay, so I just finished an explanation of Gregorian chant for Dustin, and I want to. I have an idea of what I want to do, and let me come to the example gallery here in Manim, so that you can see what I'm talking about. These are a whole bunch of things that can happen, and bam. Okay, here's the first one. This is a circle going around being drawn or being orbited by this dot. This is my idea. I want to have a note like and I want that dot to be going around the circle as if that was that sound. And then I want to have like a perfect fifth above it. Like I'll just play the audio. And I want to have another dot going around that circle, but like faster, like a perfect fifth would be faster. And I want to try to do it in proportion, like how it should actually be. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to start anew. We're going to start at the beginning. I'm creating a new file that will be in that projects folder. And at the very top of it, the first line of code is going to be, hey, computer, from Manim, that program, import all. Star means all. Import Manim, dude. And for that to be recognized, I need to save this thing, and I need to save it as a Python folder, and I'm going to call it .draw.py. It will be saved in what is my project folder. Cool. Now that it understands that it's a Python thing, it's like, okay, cool, dude. I know what you mean by from, I know what you mean by import, and I know what you mean by all. We'll get it done. And then I would make this like class, and I would call all that stuff, whatever. I'm just gonna copy this sucker. Copy. Shoot. And here we go. I've got a point moving on shape. It looks like there was a circle. Circle equals circle. There's a dot. Dot equals dot. I guess I didn't explain that before. This circle is the actual thing. This is kind of like x equals. So x equals circle, y equals a dot. Dot 2 is like a copy. Okay, and then there's a line, and the line equals, hey, line. This is a line. And then everything inside of play is what gets animated. Apparently there's like a grow and a transform and a move along a path. Ooh, that's good. That's going to be the thing that I use for the dot. Move along the path of dot and circle. Dang, that's so simple. Wow, this program is beautiful. And so I'm in the projects folder. Hey, Manim, go find the file .draw. It's a Python file. It has to be. And inside there's a thing called point moving on shapes. That's the scene that I want. See it here? And preview it for me. And just to save power and the fact that I'm screen sharing is a little tough, change the quality to low and work on that sucker. There's no scenes inside that module. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I do this all the time. Command save. I had to save the file. I can hold shift and I can use the arrow keys to get my last command on, or I could even go back as far as I want to. Enter. Oh, it's thinking. Do the thing. Loading. It made it. And then here we go. Circle creates itself. It transforms from dot to other dot. I don't get it. This thing isn't very attractive. So I can do some things about it. Let me pause because this is going to be me figuring out more things. And so let me just close it out for this, and maybe I'll show you what I was able to accomplish at the end. So, all right, yeah. Anyway, so you can leave now or not. I'm going to continue to work on this. I hope you enjoyed the nerd journey. Here, your glasses are broken, so take this tape to mend your broken glasses. Just put it right in the middle there. It'll look cool. It'll be just fine. Enjoy going back to the normie world. Shalom, dude. Bingo! Heyo! So invigorating and powerful. Coding makes me feel like it's like I have a second brain, and my second brain can do things. It can make things. All right, this line is stupid. I don't need this line. I don't want this line. I don't like this line. These circles are a perfect fourth apart. This one would be the root, and then this one is the perfect fourth apart. Yeah. We went to Manim, and we went to Terminal, and got super nerdy there, and then checked out Sublime to make our code. We created a whole new file, and we deconstructed how Manim thought about moving the shape on a dot to make what we wanted to make, and we did it. We kind of did it in a patchwork way. Man, that's pretty ugly. Yeah, please hire me. I'm available. Cool. I guess that's it. All right. Thanks, Jet. I guess this will live somewhere, maybe on the internet. It transforms from dot to other dot? I don't get it. This thing isn't very attractive. So I can do some things about it. I think the grow is cool. I don't really get the dot 2. This thing isn't necessary. No. I'd want I suppose it would be okay if I just don't shift it. Alright, well, yeah, so I just deleted shift. So if you go back to this animation, the dot does this thing, and then it shifts over and it does that. So it's here, and then it shifts right, and it does that. This is my first time breaking this down. And so it used to be shift right. It does it. And so that happens within the animation. Okay, so that's what this transform does. We have the circle. The circle grows. Circle, have it grow from center. And then transform from dot to dot 2. Move along path dot to circle. Runtime to rotation dot about point. Well, I just got a little bit lost. I think if I just don't have that shift, I'm curious about what would happen, what would change. So I just deleted that shift thing again. Let's see what the program has. So one, it worked, which was good. Okay. Oh, it's still moving it over. I thought that shift was what it was doing. No, that shift was... The shift was used to make this transition smooth. So right here, it just jumps from the very center to the outside. And so I do want that shift. That shift is a good thing. It transforms it in a really lovely way. So, forget that. Save that, keep that. The dot, we save the dot. So it has that smooth, the transform is how that dot moves across to the right. Then move along path is dot circle. And then rotating dot. That is interesting. So the rotating dot is that ugly thing that I don't like. I don't like that circle just like freeforms over there. So this, I don't think it'll jump over. I think it'll either continue to go around the circle or it'll just stop the animation short of that. So just stop the animation going through it. Wow. Okay, so rotating. Okay, so you can have it go along the path of the circle. Go along the path of the circle. And then have that run again, but rotated. And it'll be in a different place. Was it called rotation? Dot rotating. Dot about point. Wow, okay. I don't get that. But I guess it means here it rotates and goes, I don't know, strange. Oh, no, I don't get it. But I don't care for that. If anything, I would want it to basically do the line above it again. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to copy this thing. Oh, it's got a rate function of linear. I don't exactly know what that means. And let's try it again. Let's see what's going on here. What's really going on here? I expect it to go around the circle twice. 1, 2. Wait. Excellent. What if... Okay. And then I'm just gonna continue here. Should I just check my... It's still going and the CPU isn't too much. Cool beans. So what do I want? I want the dot. I want there to be a second dot. Dot copy shift. So this is thinking about dot as one thing at first, and then it kind of makes this second dot that is the same dot, but it needs to think of it as a different thing so that this transform can happen smoothly. It transforms from a dot that's in the center to a dot that is shifted to the right. And this copy method is really convenient. I'm realizing I'm gonna want, yeah, I think I'm gonna want another dot because I need it to be independent. So let's make dot perfect fourth, and that is going to also be a dot. You know what? I'm just gonna make a dot copy. Dot shift right. Yeah, and if I look at this, I expect there to be a dot on the right side of the circle. One won't move and the other one will. I was wrong. Or I didn't save it. You know what it is? I didn't add the dot. So the program needs to understand that dot P4. It needs to show it, otherwise it's just completely invisible. It's like it's just there. Sublime, I'm using the free version. I'm not that serious of a coder, but I have loved their thing. And I gave money to the My Noise guy. Here we go. Added the dot. It shifted over. Cool. Here's something I can do is I can I think I can add, instead of adding it at the beginning, so it's sitting there like an awkward kid at a party, it can go, I can maybe add it here. I've never done this before. Maybe I can add it there so it pops up right underneath the dot after it's transformed to the right side. Bingo! Heyo! So invigorating and powerful. Coding makes me feel like I have a... It's like I have a second brain, and my second brain can do things. It can make things. Alright, this line is stupid. I don't need this line. I don't want this line. I don't like this line. I'm interested in that syntax, though, because I don't totally understand lines. Cool. So what I need to do is have this dot go around... How many times would I need the move along path to happen? Let's go back here and remember this rotating dot. So if I just keep on playing, does it go? Do I not need to keep on calling it? Runtime in my mind would just make it slower, so it takes 2 seconds to go around. 1 1000, 2 1000, you know? 1 1000, 2 1000, right? Which is cool. If that's my... I'm just gonna manually do this for now, but I bet move along path can like run indefinitely. Maybe the rate function is the right thing. Cool. So if 2 seconds, we gotta look up some things here. Perfect fourth ratio. I've had to go to like a bunch of wikis, math wikis and stuff, to get these programs. So if I multiply the runtime by the right ratio, I can get it to go faster in the right way that a perfect fourth would go faster. A 4 to 3. Yeah, I'll just go to the wiki. Interval ratio. Message. P4 ratio. 4 to 3. Here's just for my noggin. I like to write the word ration instead of ratio. 3 to 2. I don't know if that converts into... I don't know if that's like 4 over 3? Is that how that works? I'm gonna show my math ignorance. 4 divided by 3. That means it's, I guess it's going at a rate of 1 1/3. So I would make, let's do dot, I want these to be happening at the same time. I think I can do that with a comma. I'd have to go back to these kind of advanced ones because they show the syntax for commas. I don't think this one does it. Here they are. Fade out, comma, rate function, that. So now I'd write these functions, these methods, as they're called in Python. I'd write them down here. Move along path. This thing. I wish I understood the move along path a little bit better. Well, I just gotta keep on going. I expect to let's just get them moving together. Move along path. Let's see if this works, because it'll be, I want it to be dot perfect 4. It needs to move along the path of circle, and I want the runtime to be funny. That can be 2. I'm gonna multiply it by 1. Can I multiply it by 4 divided by 3? I think it can do that. And then I'll give it the same rate function. Come on, fingers. You're so cold. I know. All right. And so let's see what happens with that. I know the second one isn't going to do the second line. Frozen import. Positional argument follows keyword argument. This tells me line 16. I guess this is a positional argument. That little comma that I just deleted. Nope, that's not what that means. Positional argument follows keyword argument. Well, all right. We'll make it its own thing here. I'm gonna have to take a second, figure this out. Maybe not on thing. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'll have one dot that goes around, and then another dot that should go around faster by a third. Well, they didn't change it all the way. The speed. 1 1000 2 1000 1 1000 2 1000. No, it slowed down. It slowed down. Okay, so the rate needs to be faster. Would dividing do that? Divide by 4 divided by 3? That seems dumb. I think maybe what it did was it did 2 times 4 and then divided it by 3. So that'd be 8 divided by 3, and that's not what you want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and manually input 1.333. Super important. No, it's not. It's not important to get that granular. You know, computers are really bad at irrationals. They can never be completely accurate because it has to go all the time. Dang it. Okay, same thing. Okay, because I think I want it to change by a third. So I multiply by a third. I could have multiplied by 1 divided by 3. And that way it's either a third less. I think it's not a third less, it's only a third. So if I want it to be a third less, I think I need to multiply it by 0.66. Or I can multiply it by 2 divided by 3. And then that becomes 4/3. right? Am I smart? Do I got the maths? And then be this. Okay. All right. I want them to be running at the same time. How do I do that? I thought you do it like this. Well, I want. I want them to run at the same time, but I need them to play at different rates. So, move along path. Right now, this runtime rate is. This is an instruction not for move along path. This is an instruction for the dot play. The animation should take 2 seconds. Move along path, take 2 seconds. Do it like without any like do it immediately and stop immediately. That's kind of what linear means. Like do it like a robot. You could make it smoother if you did something else. Like, in fact, why not? Let's see what smooth might look like. Let's do it on all of them so that it's not just a one-time thing. I'm not 100% sure if smooth will work. I saw smooth written when I was looking at rate functions. Oh, I need to quit this. Okay. Call. Cool. Tight. If you're wondering how I'm zooming in and out, I'll tell you in a second. Smooth. See, it's more like how we see things in real life, where it slowly starts to move, and it moves fastest at the end, and then it slowly stops when it's trying to stop to a certain point. All right, so that's smooth. I actually do want it to be linear, so I'm gonna undo that. As nice as that looks. All right, I need to do a little bit of understanding of how to make move along path happen simultaneously. Well, one thing I'm now confident that I can do is I can probably move this into here. And then I can quote this out using this hash. And then it can just look super ugly like that for now. No, it can't. No, it can't. I'm sorry. I think my natural brain is a coder brain. Coding comes naturally to my brain. I tried to push against it for a long time, but I do like it. It makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel like I'm participating in the world. That was interesting. Okay, so what happens? Let's just scrub through. Circle grows. This transforms into the dot that's over to the right. That's a nice smooth thing. And then it moves along the path, which I didn't expect. And then it built the second dot. I don't feel like that's right. And then it goes ahead. Okay. Well, no, it builds the dot and then it doesn't do anything with it. Did I not save it? It like ignores this section. Oh, you know what? No, yeah, it does. No, the dots move together. Okay. So these dots are they move over, they appear at the same time, and then they move at the same time. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. I think I would love this to happen after this one happened. So we'll have the path do its vanilla thing. I'd like to have it do it a couple of times. And in fact, I think I would like to have it happen faster. So up here on the top, I'm actually gonna add a thing called, I'm gonna call it frequency. Or freak, you know, get your freak on. And I can assign it whatever number. Remember, it's like x equals. And so now, frequency. So runtime equals frequency. What's frequency? Well, hey, I told you, frequency is equals 2. This is how computer do. And so let's check to see if this works. And then you get this instant feedback, right? And it's like, it's also like not unhelpful because they'll tell you what line is messed up. And so it should look the same. Boom. And then the second dot now moves with it the second time around. That is beautiful. Okay, I made both of those changes. Now I want to know. Let me formalize what I want to learn. For the method move along path, my memory is so horrible, and I've appreciated this program so much to just keep copious notes that I can research, or I can search and find what I need. It's really put a load off of my mind. Move path. I can now make it go simultaneously. Know how to play simultaneous. Woo! Bad speller. Give me the bad speller award. Know how to play simultaneous. Don't know how to, let me just take my time, play at different rates. While simultaneous. I also don't know what don't I know? Know how to play simultaneous. Don't know how to change the rates. Don't know how to increase the number of, I'm going to call it path draws. Path move alongs. Let's see if any of these can help me out. This one moves along this path and does a draw, and it does it for a long time. Circle equals circle, circle dot move to the origin, add circle, self circle equals circle. That's just this calling what show circle is. Here's a dot. The dot, and it's got some different changes, a different color, a different radius. Dot to move orbit, point from proportion. Oops. Oh, whenever I zoom in, I do the power claw, which is function, option, command, and then I hit the number 8. And it just zooms in on my screen. So dot here is a specialty dot that gets a radius that's slightly smaller than it usually is, and it gets the color yellow. And dot to move orbit, point from position. Self dot to offset rate. And so their frequency is rate. Dot move to, oh no, this is not looking like I can understand it. What I want it to have is the words move along. Let's see if on this page I can do move along path. So that one's here on the point moving on shape that we know and love. There's the second one of it. And then here, hey yo, here's another guy. This is the camera watching a dot move around. And here's the move along. Only it's not doing it over and over and over, but this might help us. Move along, there's things like moving dot. Okay, this is the first thing. Move it on the graph. Rate function. Okay, so inside I can change the rate function. maybe I can change the runtime inside of it. Because this is different than over here. Because over here, runtime is the play part. And then I guess I can just kind of have it happen over and over and over just by copying and pasting, which is the most not coding thing. All right. Okay. Okay, how are you? Nya. I wish I hadn't have said that. I've been watching too much ContraPoint. Do I want these rates to be different? Here they are when they're moving together. This runtime is talking about the play, and so that makes it run a certain way. Yeah, they need to be different. They each need to have their own thing. Well, no, they don't. I can still have runtime set as frequency. And then on the second guy, he's gonna get runtime, but he gets the whole like, times it by 2 and divide by 3, dude. I want you to do that thing, but only like a third faster. Well, actually, this is calling rate function, so this can be inside there. Let's make it inside there. Gotta get your parentheses. It's like minding your P's and Q's. My feeling is that rate function is linear, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so we should see how the dot plays, and then they should play together, and then maybe... I wish I... my excited nerd panting. I can't wait to see what the computer does. It worked, which is incredible. It's going one rate, and then now they're going together. They're different. Ah, I did it. Oh my gosh. They should be different colors. Luckily, we learned what that looks like. Down here, this guy. So I would dot, 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 dot. Here we go. Defining a dot in the inside. I do that. I think I would like for it to be a little bit smaller. I think that's kind of satisfying in my mind. Do I need to make a dot copy? It does not need to be a dot copy. This can be a different dot, okay? Totally different dot. Don't live your own life, dot. And I want it to be I want to have like a third of the radius of it. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to like make any fancy other argument. And then its color. I've got a blue circle, and that makes me feel compelled to make it an orange dot. I have a feeling I'm going to want to change the opacity to make that orange more pleasing to my eye, but we'll just keep it at 1 right now, which should be the default. And then I want this to continue to happen over and over and over, which I think it's just going to restart it. So it's just going to restart it 2 times. Dang it. So I have to figure out how to keep the move along path continuing. Hey, buddy. Hey, biggin. It's going twice as fast. So now they're just doing this leg race over and over like a dog chasing you. Radius is 0.6. Okay. So the dot is a little circle. The radius of a circle up here is 1. right? And so one is like this unit that is this long between the center. Let me get a dot in the center with the dot with expanded. So the dot's here, the radius is out here. That is 1. I just made a circle that was just a 1/3 less than that, which looks like that. Which, yeah, looks like a solar eclipse kind of thing, which is neatum. But that's not what I wanted. So what the heck is dot? Would I have to look up what dot's radius is? I wouldn't if I just like created one. 0.001, and then I would make it. It's a little math joke, I guess. That seems dumb. It really does. Just to have it be small and then 1/6 of that small. Ooh, it's teeny tiny, I guess. Oh, it is teeny tiny. You can see it. Okay. It needs to be at least 3 times as big. Sorry for the screwy view. A little chunky. Okay, cool. As poetic as it is to have it be like a 4th, well, I think it's great. Okay, let's call another thing, and let's call it. I don't know, portion? I don't know. Size. Yeah, why not? And size will be 0.1 is too small, right? Well, it's not that 0.1 is too small, it's just that I felt like the resulting 1/3 less was too small. And so if I make it a little bit bigger, how about let's make it all a little bit bigger? So let's make the circle 1.5, and then we'll make the size of that in proportion, just the same, 1.5. And then now what I get to do is I get to make this is coding. This is how it go. You do x equals this, and then you plug that somewhere else, and it does all of its things. And so now I'm doing size, but I am multiplying by 2/3. Yes. I think that's what I'm doing. That's what I liked here. Well, I needed it to reduce, so I think I'm being dumb. It wouldn't be a divide. Oh, and it didn't get there. Oh, neither of them got there until they make the path. Oh gosh. I like this size though, but apparently it doesn't shift to the right. You might be able to notice in the animation it smoothly moves to the right, and then it jumps right there. It jumps to the right all of a sudden, which looks totally fine. Played out. Well, never mind. I noticed it. So what does that mean? That means I need to do to the right plus 1/2. I do to the right plus 1/2 of those units that we talked about. Is that 1/6? I think that's it. I like the way they look together. Well, shoot. I guess I'm happy with it. I don't need to save that because it's created. Let's see if my addition to write is a thing. Oh, interesting. Why is it like shifted down? Okay. This goes right to it. Well, no, it doesn't. It goes kind of the past. Okay, so if I do right plus 0.5, I think maybe plus means something a little bit more intense. Like it might mean like up, like maybe this first position is right, and then plus, maybe it's adding it kind of vertically. I've seen in the past multiply used to increase these numbers, and so I'm going to multiply it by 1.5. And I imagine that should fix it. There's a lot of pleasure whenever it runs, because it's not always obvious that it's going to run. Cool. Awesome. One thing that I noticed that is pretty cool in the beginning is that this circle grows out of that dot. Very pleasing. It's got like 2 or 3 frames inside the dot. I'm gonna want the dot to fade in. So we gotta add it. Can I have, I think this will give me some simultaneousness. So grow from center happens, but at the same time, I would like fade in dot. There's another thing that I know about. Is it fade in from? I learned about it yesterday, so it would be in my notes. I know it's maybe tantalizingly close. Fade in from. I think I'm gonna try fade in from, but let's see what fade in did. Hey, they fade in together. You know what? I don't want to do that. I don't think the order will matter inside of that. I don't know. That's elegant. That's beautiful. That's great. Now I just need to have them move along the path smoothly and good-like. Manim has these other things, this reference I'm going to go over to. Once again, Command F. Is there no reference to move along path? No! Moving camera. Are you sure? I mean, it doesn't help me to just look over it because I'm not a computer and I can't look over things as fast as that. Moving camera, move. Meant. Animations related to movement. Complex. Hey! Move along path. Make one object move along the path of another. Okay. Well, you're just playing the thing over and over. Here's some of the things we can throw in. Mobject is math object. It's circle and dot over here are math objects. And so those are the things that get put in the front of things like move along path. Of course, I'm doing it in a roundabout way because dot is my like x equals this mobject dot. So there you go. mobject, path, numpy, suspend, math update. Okay, there's the mobject, and then there's the path, which is basically a mobject. You know, we're telling the dot to go around the circle. Spin mobject, update. Ooh, update is totally gonna be it. Okay. Mobject underscore update. Suspend mobject update equals false. Updating equals true? Whoa. I don't know. This might break. I thought it was it. I guess we'll see what happens. Looks like the same gosh darn thing. That went like a lot of times, didn't it? Oh yeah, I've got it running 3 times. Make one mobject move along the path of another mobject. I just moved it to the other side of that. I just moved the what represents my perfect fourth dot, the orange dot, to after it plays this thing going in the circle. So it shows up after a bit. And of course, it would be better if... No, not self fade. Yeah? No. Self dot play. Fade in. It's important to get the capitalization correct. Otherwise, it doesn't know what you're talking about. And of course, capitalization is very particular to the computers. Oh, I have the add dot happen inside the play? I just must have deleted the parentheses. What do you mean, dude? Oh, never mind. That is the closing of it. It takes the time to fade in. I wouldn't want it to take the time to fade in. Unless I could do it while the other path was doing its thing. Because I just want it to keep going and going and going. Uh-oh. I have no idea what's going on with this. Lambda? Woof. You know, I assume that this doesn't do it over and over, but this might be a more serious thing than I thought, you know? Instead of having it last forever, they might be doing something. But my brain has a hard time understanding it in that place for some reason. And so I'm going to put it here. And then I'm almost going to recall the exact same things, but here we go. Hey, Manim, go to this file, .draw, .py, and in there you'll find a thing called move along path example. Play that, or render it, play it, and make the quality low so it's not so tough. I'm disappointed. So it is not doing this kind of repeating thing that it looks like it is. The dot's orange. Well, what's cool about this is it's changing the dot color to orange, or the line's color to orange. Self.add the dot line 1 in line 2. Line 2, add updater lambda x dot become line left dot get center dot set color, and then the animation is play, move along path d1, the rate is that. An optional boolean. If you could see me, I'm slumped on one of my hands. How long is this recording going? Because I bet it's getting dangerously long. An hour. Well, we do have that one reference. Well, let's back up because this is still movement. Homotopy is a function from complex homotopy. Oh my gosh, this thing is so much smarter and more complex than I am. I'll never do the really complicated things that this can do. I just love the look of it. Phase flow function. Function object virtual time equals 1. Suspend rate function. Phase flow. It almost sounds like what I want. I can't believe move along path can't kind of redraw itself continuously. There's a potential syntax that would be good. Like my green screen. It's like the pleasant green screen. You just look up green screen color or chroma keys. There's a nice blue one. There's a nice green one. I don't know why I put that there. I mean, I guess I can. I guess here in the background I can put like seagulls and the ocean and mountains. But it's like I could have done that anyways. I guess I can make it transparent and put on whatever texture I want. And I would just crop this top. Like a barber. No, I don't need to save the browser. You kidding me? So obviously doing this 3 times is not what I want. And then wait. What I am looking for I might be able to do... I've been collecting what I'm learning into a thing called Manim tips. I've got my simultaneous animations are done through self.play, object.animate, the method, the second method. Okay, so I might be able to do this, where it's like dot, animate, and then the methods are... What a weird thing it's doing there. It's kind of nice. And then this is where I can have it keep on just repeating itself. Let's see if that breaks it first before I like just try to have it run it again and again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I got overly excited about that one. I need to go back and then back again to moving points on shape. Did I break you? Dang it. Dot object has no attribute. Move along path. Maybe it would like to be capital. You want to be capital, bud? I mean, like, some of them, like, have different existences. Oh, here's methods. Interpolate object. I might have just stumbled on the exact thing that I need. No attribute, interpolate object. Dot animate. Interpolate object. Interpolate. Manim animation. I don't know. It gets really confusing, guys. Why didn't this work? Finish copy. Methods begin, clean up from scene, copy, create. Create starting object, get all families zipped, get all objects, get all objects. No, this doesn't seem like a set. This method shouldn't exist, but it's here to keep many old scenes from breaking. Here's the parameters. Like, I ran the runtime, and I've got the rate function name remover. Return type none. Ordering must match the ordering of arguments to interpolate. Return type tuple optional. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, here's a good description. Since typical always, self.mobject will have its updating suspended during the animation. This will do nothing to self.mobject. Alright, it's just talking about it's updating suspended. All right. I like to stay over there, but I can do Manim, move along path, continuous. How to use... Oh my gosh. 3 blue, 1 brown himself. Well, his Reddit, I guess. My understanding, this can take a point, for example, and animate along a curve. Is my intuition correct? Or if so, I don't have too much experience with this function. I don't know. Creates code, and then looking at which parameters were given. Path. Draw the curve all moves you can use. I don't have too much experience with this function, but this is how I used it. Okay, so this is working. He made a graph, and then I don't understand this yet, this config and graph stuff, but here we go. Dot, dot, location, hash dot. Show creation path, that draws a path. Show creation dot, move along path dot. I don't know how to do so in a scene which isn't a graph scene, although I'm sure it's possible. Here's a version with valid indentation. Other than that, the code is the same. I did the trick, thanks. You might want to ask Manim. That was great that somebody had an example, but it's gotta have this in it. My foot's asleep. Okay. Oh wait, this is probably just leading me to where I started. How come it made the other thing go away? Oh no, this is different. The most common Manim functionalities such as classes and methods. Animations, methods, etc. If you want to check out the tutorial, visit this link. This guide will show you the most common methods. This tutorial might take a while to load, so let's just try that in the background. You should pass through. This is really, really great. Manim cheat sheet. It's just for later, or really usually what I do is come in here. I guess let's do this. Cheat sheet from GitHub. And yes, this thing that my note taking is just as nerdy as all this other stuff where you do the code junk. Browse borders, then fill, animation, fade in, fade in. It doesn't seem indication. Graph function. No, it's no more of a thing. It was a few days ago that this is me talking about more of the simultaneousness behind it simultaneous. So if you want, so you can write the thing. Is that right? Maybe we can do a little bit better with simultaneous. You can hear all these dogs and cows. I love it. Know how to play simultaneous. Don't know how to play it. Okay, that's what I was just talking about. Here's the code. So here's the thing. Transform that fade in from. So I want it to do it again and again and again as many times as I want it to, but I don't want it to stop while I do it. You know what I could do? I could do a hack. I could render two things. I could do the white dot, have it run its thing a couple of times, and then have the gray dot or the orange dot run its thing, but without the other dot and without the other line, and then I can make that a transparency, and it'll just be on top of it. Let's do that. All right. Here is a solution. I can't figure out how to make it continually go. Especially, I can make it continually go, but well, shoot, does it pause in between? I'm just gonna make it manual. All right, we're just gonna manually do this over and over and over. And I'm gonna make one version that has the white dot on it, and then I'm gonna make another version that is only the gray dot. And so let me make that. It'll be two different scenes, but they will be so gosh darn the same. And yeah, let's do that. I'll be able to nix this portion. Oopsies. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. And I can even nix that dot animate interpolate. Oh gosh. I need to undo. There you go. Let me verify that this still works. These are my notes about animation and what I've noticed about simultaneously animating. Okay. I have to go further back. I think this will be fine. This way. Okay, cool. I'm glad I double checked that. Creates, grows, it moves over, it moves, and then the orange dot is added, and then they do that fun little play. Cool. We're going to not have it fade in, and not have that happen. And so now it should just smoothly go around twice. I hope it's smooth. I hope it doesn't stop when it does it. Okay. It did add the dot, which doesn't need to happen in this one. Let's just have it happen 4 times. Move over to terminal. I'm losing energy because I've been doing this for hour and 20 minutes, which is great. You know, I generally work in sprints. So, okay, sorry. Let's get our smooth thing. It's going to go like this. Can I do... this reference sheet has the animation options. Okay, here. Indication. Focus on, indicate, circle, show passing, flash, wiggle out there in. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, what I'm trying to do is I want the dot to take its time and then go. Which might make it hard to line up with the orange dot later. I had downloaded the references that they gave, and so I might be able to find them. This is some of the things you can do in Manim. Just images of it. Some handy dandy stuff. Bingo. Okay. Non-standard rate functions. So we have smooth, linear, rush in, rush from, slow into. I think that's what I want for the very first one. Slow into. So I'll change the rate function of the first one. Slow into. And I think that'll do it. Big money, big money, big money, big money. This is the white dot going around 4 times. Oops. It's going to slow into it on the second round. Huge. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that was the... What happened? Normal. And it just like jumps like a quarter. I guess it... Oh, to keep the rate constant, to keep the rate at its constant 2 seconds, in order for that second one to happen at the right time, it's bunched up that 2 second time into this other end, so it had to do this like 90-degree jump. First rotation, 90-degree jump, so that it has enough, so that it's like reserved that time to make it a smooth. Oh my gosh. Grant Sanderson, 3 blue, 1 brown, the guy who made all this. And then, of course, the community who makes it run is so gosh darn elegant. It's beautiful. I love it. It's like, I don't know. It's beautiful. It's beautifully human and organic. Oh, hello. Am I sure that that's the same thing? It did a similar thing. Why? I got talking about elegant. Okay. So to me, well, let's try a couple of these and see what happens then. Smooth, we already saw. Smooth goes kind of slow and then it comes back around. Slow in, it's not doing the same as the smooth. Smooth, if time is left to right, it's different at the beginning. Let's try the rush into, because it's the opposite. Because it basically did what I thought that would be. What I thought rush into, that's what it did. So this would be like, you'd go ding. It takes too long for me. I guess if you just do this and you wait, you go. No, because it messes with the second half of it. The second half has to go fast to make it happen. Okay, so that means its rate function needs to be different. I don't know. Give it a little extra time so that it's more the sames. I can't peek into exactly what's happening with it. Okay, so if these are seconds, and these are the curves that it's going in, what I want is for this to be too slow, and then I want this to smooth out. Let's just give it twice as much time, because that was pretty close. That was what I like. Man, this is so particular. I'll have to clap again whenever I have it actually finished, because I know what I'm doing now, but I'm just like doing the whole design thing. That looked real smooth. I think I want the rate to be faster. That's why I made the rate up here. Let's make it 1 second. 1 second per rotation. And then to compare it, we'll do this. We're ready to copy it. Right? I'm happy with this. It's not a huge deal to change it. It's so pleasing. Grant Sanderson. Got a huge man crush. I'm a cis guy, so I don't know. I guess that's like, just to be clear. Frequency of 1 second. Got the sizes, all that. Let me bring back the orange. Orange is the new perfect fourth. And then we'll look at it again. Let's not confuse the computer by doing it. Moving on shape. Let's just change it to P4 dot move along. I don't know. I don't care. The less things I type, the less things I type. Perfect fourth dot. Let's call it dot circle. Ooh, baby. Let's see what happens. Grows, slowly moves. A dot, it pauses, a dot's created, and then they play that little dog chase thing. Now, what's happening? It's going at that 1 second rate. 1,000. Is that right? Am I right with that? So in this one, I am going to remove the first dot. add dot 4. We're not going to fade in. I mean, we can fade in. We're just going to have to, like, align it. We're going to have to align it. And then now I'm going to exit out the dots inside of the thing. And then we're going to make one more to get our pleasing 4. So is that 1/6 just as fast? We can pull up our other guy, thank you, reference thing. Project. Okay, you know, this is something I hadn't gone through. So I'm doing things in terminal, but that's also represented here in folder. And so I've got my user thing, starting here in user, and then I go to project, and then here are the files, like .draw is the file that has all the stuff we're working on. It's kind of a mess in here, sorry. And I do media is where these videos come in, and these are the different components. There's you can export an image, you can have text, which is from latex. That's a weird thing. And then this is the text from that. Anyways, video is where all of our things are. And it makes this folder, .draw. I didn't have to do any of this. It makes this folder. This is the low quality folder, 480 pixels at 15 frames per second. And then this is all the things that we looked at before. We have like dot moving along is inside of that example. Here's our boy. And here's the original. Okay. So I want to compare the rates. And already I think I can tell that this thing is faster, and it's faster in the way that it needs to be faster. I just created these circles. This one, let me get them in this rate. These circles are a perfect fourth apart. This one would be the root, and then this one is the perfect fourth apart. Yeah. Let's add a few more rotations into both of them, and then we'll export it as a transparency that's going to be a tag -t up there in terminal whenever we first make it. Cool, so now I've got 2 more on that. I'll do the same up here. Cool, save. And then starting with our dot, we're going to just do P because I actually want it to be high quality now. And then we're going to add a T to make it transparent. Do I need the other one to be transparent too? Yeah, it might as well be. It's going to take longer because it's bigger. It's transparent, so it's not compatible with QuickTime. That's okay. I will show you that in a second. And then now we can do the moving dot on shape. This is our big dot that's representing our root noise. You know, our that one's taking its time. Okay, that's totally fine. That means I could have not done the P whenever I rendered it. I could have just done the T, and then it wouldn't have had to tell me all that stuff. Let's go into here. So QuickTime doesn't like this media stuff. We're going back to our media folder, video, draw, dot draw, and now we've got a new thing. It's a 1080 by 60 frames per second, much bigger. And I can come in here, grab both of these, and open with VLC. VLC. It's got this little traffic cone. And this plays pretty much anything. Except for it's crazy not smooth. Okay. The file is smooth, it's just VLC is not happy with it. Okay, okay. That might be a resource? No. Power? No. CPU monitor. Activity monitor. Windows Server. VLC was using 36% of my CPU, while OBS is only using a couple. That's surprising. That doesn't seem quite... That seems lower than I would have expected. Okay, so I have these things. I haven't seen them quite right yet. Let's stay in here. And window, open, desktop. I don't want to do the whole like screen thing. Okay, so we just went black. Sorry about that. Here is one of the sources that we got. That's something from square to circle. That was something from the past. Okay, man, I'm fading. I'm fading here. This might mess up things. Oh, here's my Deathly Hallows. Whoops. Transform. Fit to screen. Here we go. Deathly Hallows. It's the old version. It doesn't shrink and disappear. And now let's do media source. And we'll try to do, I don't know, I'll call it root, I guess. Root circle. Here. Sorry, let me enable the display capture. What am I doing? I'm in OBS. Root circle. Properties. I'm gonna want you to loop, buddy. And I don't know. I don't think OBS would be better than VLC when it comes to drawing this, but they've been really good so far. It's playing something. Yeah, baby. Alright, let me fit that to screen. Yeah. Okay. For the risk of... Well, I can minimize it. Let's minimize it, but we can see it. Okay, we're going to show the display. There we go. Well, here I am in the display here. I am going to here, adding a media source. What's that media source? I'm going to call this perfect fourth circle. Let's have it loop. Oh, I could change the speed in here. That would have been another hack. But no, I made it all real. And so it should be doing neato things. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you, is how it's off screen. So I'm gonna right click, transform, fit to screen. There. It should look pretty good. I can surf around while these things happen. Well, I don't actually know what it looks like, so I don't know if it's cool or not. That's pretty cool. Cool. Let's review. Let me get back to my outline notes. Do. Get out of here. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I actually didn't get this far in planning. So, what did we do? We found out about Manim, what it is. Manim, it's an engine created by one of my heroes, and we took a deep nerdy dive into terminal over here. You know, so okay, here this will be funner because it's underneath my spinny thing. We went to Manim, and we went to terminal, and got super nerdy there, and then checked out Sublime to make our code. We created a whole new file, and we deconstructed how Manim thought about moving the shape on a dot to make what we wanted to make, and we did it. We kind of did it in a patchwork way. Man, that's pretty ugly. Yeah, please hire me. I'm available. Cool. I guess that's it. All right. Thanks, Jet. I guess this will live somewhere, maybe on the internet. Oh, interesting. This thing has they could have sound if you wanted them to. You know, like. There you go. All right, that concludes it. Once again, thanks for joining me on my nerd journey. Yeah, I don't have anything clever or smart to say to end it out. Goodbye.